Hello guys, this is not a theoretical video. We're actually going to fix your suspension right now. So if you have the standard Tenere with a standard suspension and you haven't done much to it, go grab your favorite flathead screwdriver and follow along. Okay, so there are so many videos out there explaining how the suspension works and how the different settings, what they do. And I can understand that, but I did never dare to try and mixture with it because I felt quite out of my league there. But not far from here, we have Uphill Off-Road School and this old veteran elite enduro rider. He has a T7 and he tuned that for his weight and his liking and so on. So what you do, you just copy those settings, which I did, and it made wonders. I really feel a difference. So this bike comes with factory settings, including the spring. It's made for someone weighing 75 kilos. So if you're a little heavier like me, 85, 90, somewhere around there, or even heavier, the settings that we're going to do may be your new factory settings. I think it will not be the perfect for you because we're all different and load the bike different, but definitely if you haven't touched the suspension, it will make a change to the better. So, and of course, I will instruct how to reset it to the factory settings also. So first a little about the springs on the shock. The spring is there to expand the suspension and keep your weight. So when you sit on it, it doesn't collapse. It just sags enough. About 20-30% is the ideal. And yeah, so when you get the bike normally for 75 kilos, it's too weak and you can then preload it so the spring is compressed and gets stiffer, but that also makes the spring work less good or as intended. So the optimal thing is to have a spring that supports your weight to the perfect sag with zero preload. And so the T7 also comes with these black magic knobs on the suspension that I haven't dared touch at all because it is black magic, but it's rebound and compression. And what I've learned is that when the ground is uneven, the suspension is working and you have this mass on top. And if the speed of the suspension is not in sync with the movement or the mass of the bike, it can really work against you. Because if it sort of hits you on the way back and so on, you can come into sort of a resonance and it becomes a really shaky ride instead. But when it's in tune, then it's really bliss, you're floating, and because they play well together. And with these new settings, I had that sensation. So we set these new base settings instead of the factory settings. That worked really well for me. So if you're in my weight, 85, 90 or even heavier, this would be at least an improvement for you. So we will start with rebound on the fork. And both the screws on top of the fork near the handlebar, both of them are rebound. So we start by setting the number of clicks. It's all measured in clicks. And you always start by closing the valve like this, and you will hear clicks. Perhaps not on this audio, but we just screw it righty-tighty all the way in. And factory setting is 17 click, but you don't have to count in this direction. When you hit the end, do not use force. You will feel it stop and then you just stop. And now we will go back 13 clicks instead for the 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we do the same thing on the other side. So now we have set the new setting 13 instead of 17, which means that we have a little bit more rebound. And now we will set the compression for the fork. And to do that, we have to go underneath here. Hang on, I will get a better view, angle. Oh, hello. So here's underneath the fork, and there we have the rebound screw. And since it's close to the dirt, we have to first take away this little rubber thing here, a little cap. Whoop, and there it goes. Okay, so same thing here, in with the screwdriver, find the screw there and close it, righty-tighty, until it stops, no force, and then you go back 7 clicks. Its factory setting is 11, but we will set 7 instead. That will mean a little bit more compression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. All right, and then back in again with a little rubber cap to seal it from dirt. Okay, that's done. Okay, so now you do that same thing on the other fork, on the bottom end of it. Okay, now it's time for the belly landing to show you here. Okay, so here we have the rear shock and the rebound is on the lower part. So we do the same thing here, closing it like that, and it stops, and then factory setting was 13, but we're going out 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There. And now for the compression of the shock. Let's see if I can get a shot of this. Yeah, there it is. You see it? So here we have the compression setting, and factory setting is 15. We're going to set it to 10. Screwing it all the way in, it stopped there, and then count the clicks. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. So that's all it is to it, actually. And I think this is a great way to get started in understanding and feeling a little bit what the rebound and compression does. I didn't do it at first for the first 45,000 kilometers, but when I finally got to it, I said, damn, why didn't I do this earlier? And maybe from there you can tweak something or just leave it. I tried it on Seymour and he noticed it becomes softer, but we actually increased compression, increased rebound. So that doesn't mean it gets harder. It's just it gets more in tune with the mass of the bike when you're on it, and yeah, like that. So hopefully this does the trick for you too, and maybe it saved you a few bucks from upgrading. So yeah, hope you liked it. Write in the comments, please, if you did it and you liked it. I want to know. Yeah, so yeah. Stay tuned for more videos, and happy riding. Bye bye.